أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله واحد خير الله خير كام وتأخذ حسنة ونوم وما في السماوات وما في الأرض ما ذا الذي يشفع عنده بإذنه وما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ويحيطون بشيء من علمه وبما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Kazan is the capital of the Republic of Tatarstan, one of the states in Russia. In terms of the Islamic atmosphere in Russia, the people of Kazan is like Indonesian. The sound of azan, mosques in rows are something normal in there. However, living in Muslim-majority area is not a guarantee for someone to get a decent knowledge about Islam. At least, that was Gainullin Aidar Alexandrovich felt. His father is an atheist. Meanwhile, his mother is a Muslim, but she did not practice Islam well. Aidar learned Islam from his old grandmother. All of those were the reason why Aidar only knew some basic knowledge of Islam.
Started from my nenek, from my grandma. She teach me about history of Islam and simple pray about Shahada, about Ayat al-Kursi to started after when I become more older. I learn about Islam from books and a little bit and later from YouTube, from Zakir Naik channel and Numan Ali Khan channel.
Based on literature history, the people of Kazan first encountered with Islam in the 7th century, when Kazan was the part of Bulgaria. Since that time, Islam developed so fast in Kazan. However, Islam got through a serious impediment in the time of Soviet communism. Almost all the mosques turned into storehouses or guardhouses. Religious symbols and religious activities were strictly prohibited. After Soviet communism collapsed, the Muslim community in Kazan quickly started to rebuild the mosques and Islamic institutions. Nonetheless, that was not enough to gather Muslims in there.
Yes, but still not enough because Muslim population still growing up. Need more mosque because sometimes Muslim people pray outside even if winter or rainy. Sometimes not enough place. Sometimes mosque in, for example, near offices, not so much mosques. And sometimes too much long time to visit from office to mosque and come back. Not enough of break. Not enough break.
He clearly remembers he never had proper religious education from the school because Kazan believes in secularism. He could only learn Islam from online, which he started back in 2015 when the internet was widely accessible.
My religion knowledge so little. If compared with Indonesian people, so little, but if compared with Russian Muslim or ethnic Muslim people and in our country's secular tradition, like ex-Soviet Union, my knowledge about Islam is still good because unfortunately not so much Muslim people whom have both of Muslim parents, mama, papa, for no, many people cannot pray 5 times and still not teach about Islam. For it's if compared, depends by country. Maybe for Indonesian, my knowledge about Islam not so good, but for Russian and ex-Soviet Union, where many years Islam were forbidden, my knowledge good for yes.
Thus, his simple and self-taught about Islam turned out wrong. He made so many mistakes in terms of Islamic practices, especially Salat.
I am started to pray from I teach it about namazi and Salat in Russia from internet, from YouTube, and when I meet Fadila helped me and show when I pray wrong, because show me my mistakes, and now I pray correctly. I have to say terima kasih to my wife, and website whyislam.to about instruction how to pray, but because I misunderstood, and Fadila showed me my mistakes, and now I pray correct.
Surely, before Aidar met his wife Fadila Jasman, he always did Salat wrong movement, and wrong raka'ah. However, Aidar, who was born in 1992, admitted at that time he still did Salat because he had no idea he did it completely wrong.
I already prayed before meet Fadila, but Fadila said I prayed not correct, unfortunately. I hope Allah forgive me, because I'm just a human. In Rakat, wrong, I think I prayed wrong about Rakat. For example, a little bit different for pray Rakat.
From time to time, there was a divisiveness in Gainullin Aidar's heart, something that made him eager to look for what happened in his mind, an empty space in his heart. The need to feed his empty soul was so outrageously high when he watched a video about Islam on YouTube, something that his family could not do and give to him.
Some troubles with Arabian language, not easy for me to learn, because I'm different with my wife. My wife from childhood, I guess, try to read an Al-Quran and original. I can use transcripts, what's in transcript.
Aidar then asked permission from his family to leave his home city. At that time, Aidar's mother suggested he live in Turkey in the meantime, because Islam in Kazan and Turkey had the same mazhab. But Aidar disagreed with his mother. Aidar thought secularism mazhab in Turkey was inconvenient for him to learn more about Islam, same as in Kazan. Aidar finally decided to come to Indonesia, the country he thought was the best place to learn about Islam.
Yes, I know highest population of Muslim people, and also I know about history of Indonesia, about colonial period, about post-colonial, about war of independence, and this is really interesting to know about how Indonesian people become free from colonial and throw away colonial, and where throw away colonial and become independent and free finally. Because I really like to learn about Indonesian fight for freedom, From Wikipedia, mostly from YouTube too.
Especially in 2019, Aidar, who graduated in the technology field, met his wife through a dating app. 2 years from then, he convinced himself to come to Indonesia and got married in November 2022.
Ya, Gainullin Aidar Alexandrovich bin Alexander Ivanovich Antosin, Bapak nikahkan dan kawinkan Fadila Desman kepadamu dengan mas kawin perhiasan emas 30 gram dibayar tunai.
Saya terima nikah dan kawinnya Fadil Desman binti Muhammad Desmanuddin dengan mas kawin tersebut dibayar tunai.
I am teaching my husband to speak Arabian language because him cannot speak in Arabian language because him said not easy, and that's why I'm often said this is a batas saja and another hijayah to my husband to be better. And then I am learn Muslim from YouTube and then website Muslim, and we are give suggestion about Muslim, how to correctly to play and pray Al-Quran, follow Al-Quran, like that.
Lam, ini ya, ini A, ini H.
Just like people said, one hand washes the other. Aidar felt he landed in the right embrace. He was so happy he had a new family that brought him closer to Islam.
Kita perkenalkan bahwa tuh tadinya dia sholat salah. Kita bilangin pelan-pelan supaya dia istilahnya nggak tersinggung istilahnya. Kan karena mereka merasa benar ya. Tapi sebenarnya sholatnya salah. Masalahnya dia tuh rakaatnya nggak sempurna lah tadinya gitu. Maksudnya kayak Allahu Akbarnya gitu beda sama kita gitu. Cuman kan kita ajarin supaya dia tuh perkenalin ke masjid. Tadinya dia kan nggak pernah di masjid, di rumahnya aja. Sekarang ke masjid, jadi dia baru oh iya ternyata dia salah gitu, nerima.
Almost everyone in Fadila's big family helped and guided Aidar to be a better and more obedient Muslim.
Aidar, kalau bisa hari Jumat kita bareng-bareng aja ke masjid. Enak di masjid kumpul-kumpul. Emang harus di masjid. Awal mau Isya mau apa lebih bagus dari maghrib kita tunggu Isya selesai baru kita pulang.
Alhamdulillah, after more than 1 year of learning Islam in Indonesia, Aidar started to improve himself in terms of ibadah and faith.
In Fajr namaz 2 rakat, in Isha namaz 4 rakat, in Maghrib 3 rakat, in Asr 4 rakat, in Zohar 4 rakat. I think I'm correct.
As a wife, Fadila surely helped Aidar a lot to make him better in his ibadah to Allah.
I ever thinking about that, but my husband really shy because of him don't understand Arabian language. That's why him is really shy about that. And I ever visit ustaz to my husband to learn Arabian language, and him said him must be practic, and because not easy language, him said like that.
This 30-year-old man is getting familiar with Indonesian culture and habits when doing Islamic practices.
I think I have to respect Indonesian traditions. If people ask me to wear sarung, I follow it, because if in Indonesia, mostly in Moscow, people use it, sarung. I have no problem to use sarung too. In Russia, we use clean clothes without najis. Yes, must be clean, and that's enough.
Aidar acknowledged he made the right decision in his life. Learning Islam in Muslim-majority country like Indonesia is not only a grace for him, but also a lot way better than what he expected.
I think I have moment about to feel more comfortable as Muslim. I have moment and I wanted to live in Muslim country. Before I wanted to move to Turkey. Wanted to live in Turkey, in Muslim country, because of most of population Muslim still in Turkey too. But after meet Fadila, I decided to move to Indonesia because she is from Indonesia and I want to follow her and live in Muslim country to have enough time to pray, because in Russia when you work it, sometimes not enough time you have to choose. You eat when you have a break or pray namazi, because in Russia mostly don't have a time for both of activities. In Indonesia, alhamdulillah, can be pray when we visit immigration, can have ablution. In Russia, not so much to take ablution, mostly in office. Sometimes need to bring water from house. In Indonesia, alhamdulillah, can be feel more easily about Muslim to do what you have to do.
Now, Aidar not only does ibadah deliberately, but he also can do fasting well, even though he still finds many challenges when doing it.
I think I can wait, can be focused to think about Allah, to think about my iman, to think I will do my best to find money to give sadaqah to people. And even though much hot when Russia, I think I can. Inshallah I can.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma lakasumtu wa bika amantu wa ala rizqika afnatu bi rahmatika ya arhamar.
In Ramadan, Aidar spent more of his time at his grandfather-in-law house, who he called Opa Agus, in Jagakarsa, South Jakarta. Aidar feels it is convenient for him to ask and learn Islam while he is at Opa Agus' house, especially during Ramadan.
Yes, I feel lucky. And for example, in Russia, if talking about difference between, not so easy even in Tatarstan, even though in Tatarstan mostly Muslim people, population, not so easy to find halal food. However, I think in Indonesia halal, to people who want to eat not halal must be search special shops, special places to buy pig, but for example, pig meat. But in Russia, sometimes you cannot be 100% know contain inside pig meat or not, because not easy to search halal food and not so much assortment of halal food in Russia, not so much positions of in shops what contains what alhamdulillah in Indonesia halal food.
As Aidar's wife, Fadila, which is the oldest daughter of 3 siblings, feels grateful for how her husband has developed in Islam and his faith.
Alhamdulillah, after married, my husband more religious than before. 5 times namaz atau pray solat. And then my husband always watching YouTube, ustads, and then want to try to learning about Islami more better. And then I really proud of my husband because of him I'm in here. Before I don't know about I am good atau tidak to him. I always have misunderstanding with him, but him always sabar to me.
Fadila admitted everything happened because of the prayer she had prayed to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
I always pray to Allah, to my husband, to be more Muslim than before. And I always pray to Allah to be always support my family and to be more better than before and more can make people in this world more happy and more happiness. Yeah.
Even though right now this Russian man can only read Al-Quran in English translation, yet Aidar has one favorite surah.
I like Surah Al-Baqarah because very interesting history, and as I said before, after each praying I read Ayat al-Kursi. Zubillahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahu la ilaha illahu wal hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard man zal ladzi yashfa'u indahu bi izni ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa yuhituna bi shay'in min ilmihi wa bima sha'a wasi'a kursiyyuhu samawati wal ard wa la ya'uduhu hifdhuhuma wa huwa al-'aliyyul 'azim.
Nowadays, Aidar feels like he has a new life. He even opened a small computer and laptop service place at his house to get his family going. Despite blessings and graces Allah gives to him, he still has one wish.
I think it will be good if me and my wife find money, maybe sell something and visit Hajj together to Mecca. Yes, I think it will be good to us, good to increase my iman, increase iman of my wife too, and change character of our character to make us much better than before.